The link.
Welcome back, everyone, to Keep Your Cool. We are here with.
Wait, I hear an echo.
I don't hear an echo.
I don't hear that. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
know
do.
one. No, sorry. It's not an echo. It's just I have the. Sorry. You're here with George Padilla.
George
And-
Padilla.
Sorry, it's because I had the YouTube link open on another tab and I can hear it.
You know, you're not actually ¿Cómo se llama? This is the first time you actually say George Padilla because usually he always mentions that he's George Copeland.
Who's that? Calmado, güey. That's my maiden name.
That's my maiden. It's okay. It's George Padilla Copeland.
Collazo Padilla.
Collazo. Who is the guy in the bottom? Oh, still Will. So the reason that we went live today on a Friday night. What was the reason, William? Why are we going live?
On a Friday night? I don't know. You told me.
George, it's not on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, bro.
How come I didn't get a notification?
Let me send it to you right now. I'll send you the link on the comments.
Oh my God, I think my phone doesn't even. Oh yeah, it does have YouTube. That's right.
I know why. It's because you got that new Android phone, bro.
What?
Which one you got this time?
What?
What phone you get this time?
Not an Android.
Is it the Obama or the Trump phone? Oh, my bad. Papa Biden phone.
No, it's the Cricket Wireless phone. Papa Biden. That was a shit right there, home. Oh, we are. George.
Yeah. I sent it to you through email.
You named it the same way as the other one.
KYC version 1, episode 2.
Oh, okay, well, maybe it's different. Okay.
Well, so here's the thing. I can't name it V1 anymore because we already have a V1.
Yeah, no, I'll rename it later, so don't even worry about it.
Oh, I'm worried about it.
Oh, we are worried about it. We just want to let the list populate. Let me see if I can. Oh my God. Send it to my email, please. A link, the YouTube.
I did, bro.
Huh?
Ya te lo mandé, güey.
No, I can't copy it, remember?
On your YouTube?
Yes. Send it to my email.
I did.
The YouTube?
Yes, the YouTube link. I sent it to your email.
Okay. So the reason we weren't going live, well, actually, let's let the list populate. I do see Edgar on the comment section. Unless you let Edgar take it away.
I mean, he's at a party, but I mean, he'll jump on if y'all want to get it late with me with the banda. Ha ha ha. That's what he said.
I'll let him jump in for like 30 seconds until we get prepped. How about that?
I'll tell you what, Edgar. This is my 6th one. I know I sound like an alcoholic.
Oh, we drinking? We drinking today, boys?
Oof.
Wait,
bro. Cheers. Hey,
Bro, was the only one not drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit sucks.
You told me, bro, antes de que nos metiéramos, he's like, hey, maybe Willie might want to get on and we, take a sip. And I was like, bro, you've got that Jack Daniels at home. Take a shot or two with us. I got the Truly. William's got the Smirnoff.
You want me to take shots? I don't want to take shots. I just want to drink.
Well, then take one. You don't have to take two.
Take what? One shot?
I mean, I guess if you're a little bitch.
Okay. You don't want to take shots, then just drink out of the bottle. That's fine too.
Oh, true. You don't have to take shots. You can just drink with us.
Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me.
Hey. Also, you have to take a shot because, I mean, come on. Look at the comment.
He's gay. Wow.
Yeah. Even Isal Collazo says gay. And Edgar saying you're not down.
Okay, I'll be back.
Ahora sí.
No.
Tu pinche camote te dijo y ya. What's a camote, by the way? I just know I've heard it before.
It's a sweet potato.
Oh, true. It is a sweet potato.
But I guess camote is like in a slang term, like your homie, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I've only ever heard it. Pinche, mete la verga, camote. I'm like, what? What's a camote? But I used it.
Okay.
So
Then I don't know. Then I don't know what sense you're using it in.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't know if I'm using it in the right term or not.
Because I know that like also ways on camotes is like they're basically on each other's nuts all the time. But I don't know the way you just used it. I don't know.
Like one shot and he will start throwing up. Hey, I guarantee you, he's not even doing a shot. He's doing probably like sweet tea.
Nah, just to make it clear, you gotta. It's water because it's vodka, so just make water out of it.
No, he told me it was Jack Daniels
Oh, okay, so it's
that he
darker,
had at the
right?
house.
So it's watered down Pepsi.
Camote is also used as a term to say best friend. Oh, okay. So then I used it in the right term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, we'll see. In the
there you go,
meantime,
brother.
this is an interesting topic. Look, he is getting apple juice. So in recent news, I just heard today that the United States shot down some unidentified object over Alaska, a UFO.
Not
sure.
the balloon, right?
No, not the balloon, but I'm not sure if it has to be related with the balloon or not. But they're like literally like a couple hours ago, they shot something down over Alaska. They said it was silver. They said they shot it down and it was the size of a small car. And so I'm like, oh, interesting. Is this maybe another spy balloon or something? But apparently not. They confirmed. They're like, this is not related to the Chinese balloon a week ago.
That is
so
interesting.
We'll
yeah, because I was
see.
gonna say, I mean, if it was a balloon, they would have said it was another balloon. But
Yeah, but the fact that they're not saying what it is, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is the first time UFOs land in the United States, or like we shoot one down since Roswell or whatever.
Since Will Smith, yeah, probably.
True.
But no, I mean,
says,
I don't know.
Yeah, literally what we think about when we say UFO. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
UFO Rallis family is coming to town. Is she calling your family illegal? Is she calling her own family or like Rallis family illegal? Illegal aliens?
I mean,
just kidding.
I mean, she's saying it, not us. But no, like, what time was this? Like a few hours ago?
Yeah, even maybe like 30 minutes ago, I saw on the internet that. So 30 minutes ago, the video that I saw said, "Oh, about an hour ago, we shot down blah blah blah." So like, I mean, this was within the last 5 hours. I want to say.
Oh shit! Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with that. I've been too busy doing nothing. But
only because I was scrolling my TikTok and that's where I get all my news from. I'm like, what? This must have been days ago if I'm seeing it on TikTok. And then I looked it up and it was like, oh, 3 hours ago. And then it showed me,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, interesting.
I mean, the China balloon was in Florida, right? I think where they shut it down.
No, they shut it down. I think it was like North or South Carolina. It was called like Myrtle Beach.
Okay,
like once it hit the ocean, that's when they shot it down.
That's South Carolina. Jeez, that's only like 6 hours for me. Should have seen it.
All right.
Oh, it took you long enough, bro.
Sorry. What were you guys talking about?
The UFO that was shot down in Alaska today.
Ooh, UFOs. I like that shit. Better, man. I'm going to show you guys the Jack Daniels. Yeah,
Jack and Coke?
Jack and Tampico, actually, because I don't have a Coke.
Oh, that must be nasty. What the hell? Oof. It's all sweet tea, bro. It's sweet tea. Your wife told us on the chat, hey, he's pouring sweet tea in the Jack Daniels bottle.
My wife is laying on the bed because she's tired.
She said sweet tea and apple juice.
Salud. I don't like taking shots. I
mean, it's only one, dude. What's the least that can happen?
I don't do shots. Oh.
What do you? Oh, so you actually just drink Jack and Coke? Like actually.
What do you mean by that?
You don't do shots, so then what exactly? You actually drink Jack and Coke?
Tequila.
I do tequila too, but do you do tequila shots or what do you do?
No, just like margaritas and shit like that. Mixed drinks.
So you're a little bitch, is what you're saying.
Well, tequila's meant to be drink and with mixed drinks?
Nah, I mean, according to those people that are fresitas, then yeah.
Well, yo no soy naco. Perdón. Salud. Let's see how it tastes.
Wait, did you mix it in there too?
Oh.
You put tahini on that shit?
I ain't put tahina, I'm not UFO.
Wait, you put Jack Daniels inside the Tampico?
I did try.
That's what you're drinking. That's in the drink.
Yes, Tampico with Jack Daniels.
Oh, dude, you're something else, bro.
Well, okay. Why? Well,
It's basically a margarita. I mean,
it's basically a margarita, a margarita whiskey. A margarita whiskey. How about that?
All right.
Catch me outside.
I'm just saying because. Oh, look at what did it say? Chorro.
So
I'm just saying because I know that Tampico, as much as ice as you want to put in it, it never gets cold. I know that much.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I get pissed because no me quiero poner pedo. I mean, the Tampico with ice, I want to get it really cold. So unless you have that shit on the cooler, that ain't gonna happen, you know?
Yeah.
I guess we're not that gonna be that active today. Well, we have 2 people.
That's all good, man. 3.
You guys share the link?
I shared it to my friends directly through their text.
Shut
It is
up.
a Friday. Yeah, last week or when was it? Monday. I had my friend Enrique. You may or may not remember him. He went to Stockton with us for a little bit. Enrique.
No.
Excuse me.
You still talk to your friends in fucking ¿cómo se llama esa madre? Bakersfield?
Nah, nobody.
Not even Brown?
Nah, bro. Since probably you and I last talked to him.
Wasn't Brown like your best friend though?
Not at all.
Really? Like Gareth, I think it was.
Oh, dude, him? No. Dude. No, Enrique doesn't even live in Bakersfield anymore, actually.
Who?
Enrique. Well, you don't remember meeting him, but
I don't remember Enrique. That's what I'm saying. Who?
But yeah, we lost contact for like 3 or 4 years, and then we reconnected recently in the last year. But yeah, man, he was in the podcast. Johnny was in the podcast. I had another friend on there, but I forget what their YouTube name was last week. Last week.
All right, fellas. Well, I wanted to have a little extra people to see. Well, how about Edgar's right here on the comment section? So we're gonna actually say this. The reason we went live is because we wanted to talk at least like 20 minutes of predictions, and then we'll get into the UFO thing that the Alaska was shot down. HOA or what? No, that's a housing community, right?
Owners Association.
The Homeowners Association has shot down a UFO over Alaska.
Okay, so what would be the shutdown on UFO in Alaska, verdad?
Yeah.
So this apparently will be a week or 2 weeks after the spy Russian one.
Yeah, it's not Russian. It was Chinese.
Yes, okay. So we want to get some predictions out there because it is going to be a big week for sports.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do we have the Super Bowl on Sunday, the UFC tomorrow, LeBron James with the NBA, and there might be like a boxing card out there that I'll just put it out there because it will be a good fight. But it's not like a big deal because it's not a big fight. So I know, George, you don't watch sports. That's a fact, right?
Correct. I do want to say that UFC, I'm not too familiar with all of the fighters, but I do know that I've seen a couple of them fight in the past. So there's a couple that I would root for just based on what I've seen from them in the past. Okay.
By any chance, William, do you watch UFC at all?
No, I just know the fighters. Some of the fighters.
Oh, I see. Okay, so before we jump into the big one, which is, I believe, the Super Bowl is bigger than LeBron James' historic passing of the points. William, what you think about LeBron?
They lost.
Passing, huh?
They lost.
They did lose actually, and I know he didn't play the fourth quarter to add more points to it. He just passed it, and that was it. But what is it like? Your opinion? Just the points, not the actual game.
I mean, I think it's for what he's done in the league for as long as he's done it in the league. Actually, is a great accomplishment. I mean, a lot of people say, well, he had 4 more years than Abdul Jabbar did, and I'm like, which is also true. However, LeBron isn't just a scorer. You're talking about a rebounder and an assister, and he's basically a walking triple double. So it's like, yeah, what he accomplished, he did it, and he still did everything else, not just the points.
Yeah,
So I mean,
and we probably will see him for the next 5 years. I kind of want to say we'll see him in the next 5 years. I don't think he's going to retire anytime soon. He still looks very strong. I don't know. Do you put him as a GOAT?
yeah, I
Really?
mean, I get
When you
it.
say that-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when you say the GOAT, do you mean like the GOAT as in all of them, or what do you mean by the GOAT, like the top 5 GOATs, or what do you mean by that?
The greatest of all time, the best.
Okay,
I mean, yes, the debate will always be Michael is 6-0 in NBA Finals. Yes, we get that. LeBron took the Cavaliers to the finals how many times in a row? And after that, how many times did LeBron actually make it to the finals in a row? What was it, like 10, 11 times?
8.
Okay, 8. It feels
8.
like 10 or 11 times, But
Jordan won 3
still,
times in a row, retires, comes back, and goes 3 times in a row.
how many dynasties did Jordan play?
You don't think the Utah Jazz was dynasties that went back to the finals and lost against them?
Exactly. How many times did the Warriors have gone back to back to back to back to back?
I think it was what, 4, 5?
I think. And then
When they won 3 of them?
they still just won another championship, this past season?
Yeah, but that doesn't make them just because. Okay, but how much health did freaking LeBron have?
No hope at all.
No help.
No,
Kyrie.
as of recently.
Kyrie.
As of recently.
Kyrie. Dwayne Wade. Chris Bosh.
Okay, no. Once he joined the Miami Heat, you're talking about a big 3 in Miami Heat. Who were they competing against? What other big 3 were they competing against?
No one.
Oh, really? Kevin Garnett. Oh, really?
Just
Paul
one.
Pierce. Oh,
One.
really? Ray Allen.
One.
Really? Oh, didn't they play the big 3 in San Antonio? Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Tim
Really?
Duncan.
You're gonna call Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan a big 3? No, man.
Were they not a big 3?
They were not a big 3.
And then
I'm
on
sorry.
top of that,
They were not a big 3. You're
after that,
delusional for that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the Spurs with those 3 did not win? What was it, 2 championships, 3 championships?
They won 3, and they swept LeBron James.
And
they
second
swept
year.
LeBron
his
James.
second years, and that's my point. That's my point. Look how good LeBron was. He got swept. Yes, I understand he got swept. And
Twice.
His second year with how much help?
LeBron James got swept twice, and you're gonna say he didn't have help? He had a 66-win team with the Cavaliers
against a 73-win team. That
no.
that holds.
If you're talking about the first swept, he got swept with a 66-win team or 65-win team.
And who led that team? LeBron.
It was LeBron, yeah. And who led the Spurs? Tim Duncan. But you're not gonna tell me that Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili were a fucking big 3 when Manu was a 6-man best man of the year.
He was a 6-man.
Yeah, and he was always a 6-man. So how are you gonna call him a big 3?
When you win three rings, you're saying they're basically nothing. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that they're not a big 3. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, okay,
I refer to them as their big 3.
Would you call Giannis and Holiday and Middleton a big 3?
No.
Exactly. That's what the Spurs were. Read it out. George, look at these.
LeBron. Yeah, Edgar says LeBron only won with the Lakers because it was scripted.
That is not true. It was not scripted. It was Mickey Mouse magic over in Orlando.
It was almost the same thing. Well, George,
was good.
What do you think? You think LeBron making the most points, going to the final 10 times and losing 6 times, has most assists of all time, and choking, not only getting swept, but also add another choke against the Dallas Mavericks? Would you consider him the GOAT?
All right, here's the thing. I don't follow sports.
Yes, I know that.
However, don't get me wrong. Of course, I know who LeBron is. Of course, I know who Michael Jordan is. Of course, we know the top players and the people that are well known. And to me, the GOAT is gonna be Michael Jordan always, because he was in the Looney Tunes movie.
so was LeBron.
No. That reboot was trash. I'm sorry, that reboot was trash.
I'm gonna put it this way. I just saw the trailer. For Air. for
I
air.
was. I put it on my watch later on YouTube.
Yes. So,
Is it? It's about. Okay, first of all, let me ask you this. When I see the word air, I think of Nike, which I know it's what it's about. However, is it a sports movie or is it like what is that?
so this trailer, I just random. I'm like, oh, Matt Damon. Ooh, Ben Affleck. Ooh, Ben Affleck directed. Ben Affleck never misses when he directs. And then I'm like, wow,
Debatable.
it's about
Debatable.
how. What's up?
Debatable.
You don't think Ben Affleck has? Okay, wait. We'll get into that.
No, don't get into it. Finish your story.
And then once they get into it, and they're talking, and they're like, "Oh shit! It's how the fucking shoe of Michael motherfucking Jordan, the greatest player of all time,
How it came about.
And how they sponsored him, and they went at him when he was a rookie. So I'm like, that's how much greatness is. That he doesn't have a movie about him. He has a movie about his fucking shoe. No mames. Tell me about another.
But
Okay.
his shoe is greater than his.
Yeah.
It's that simple. His shoe is. I mean, you can't see disagree because you gotta understand the AJ1s, the AJ4s, the AJ5s, the AJ like you're talking
The
about
Hurricanes.
so many shoes out there.
Actually, William bought those shoes when he was little.
I did.
No, that's why I bring it up.
I did.
He was a big
But
fan.
anyway.
He was a big game fan. Oh yeah, the greatest rapper of all time.
I remember we used to have that debate, like fuck the game, and he's like, nah, fuck 50. And I was like, anyways, carry on.
Carry on.
But anyway, like the shoe, the Michael Jordan shoes. I mean, obviously, as of recently, they ended falling off after. I think after it was Air Jordan 10. I think at that point it started just down their downfall. But the AJ1s, they still bring out so many color schemes. I mean, they did a Nike Dunks off of the AJ1s. Basically, you can't tell me they're the same shoe. They're basically the same damn shoe.
I would say this. I think the shoe is bigger than Jordan now for all the newbies, but the shoe wouldn't be that big if it wasn't for Jordan. So like in perspective, the shoe has become bigger than him because obviously he retired. He didn't follow movies. He just plays golf now. So I believe because of that reason, como se llama, the shoe basically became bigger than him. It's like the shoe it's its own character in a way. Jordan is his own character. And maybe Michael Jordan, the actual human being that is not on screen, is probably worse than what we saw on screen. Go ahead and read it, George.
The new generation of people know the shoes rather than Jordan, and they don't know the history, which actually goes with what Rollis was saying. Because he's retired, because he didn't follow movies or anything, they know the shoes because of Jordan. However, they just don't know the history behind of how that became. Which, by the way, that trailer should bring some light into that, actually. Yes. And it honestly might even make him bigger.
Well, I mean, he's already big, and I don't think he's gonna fall off the map. So, how much bigger can you get?
I mean, think of Dr. Dre as an artist. He doesn't put out new music. Yeah, I mean, fuck him whether you like him or not. Like, he hasn't done shit ever in so long that the new generation right now, and I'm using him as a comparison because he was at an award ceremony and he's like, how many rappers do you know have been out for 20 plus years that are still relevant without doing much, True. Which is why I bring that topic up, because the new generation just listens to the old music, but they don't know the history and how big of an impact. Not that I was around when that happened, but I mean, I was in the 90s. I feel like I was a part of that movement of hip hop, towards the end of it.
You were born in the 90s?
Correct.
I thought you were born in 2005.
He was also born in Compton.
I was also born in Compton. Lived in Watts until I was 11 years old.
Technically, Dr. Dre's from Inglewood. Okay, technically.
Yeah, but not too far.
That's a whole reason why he did the Super Bowl show, because he's from Inglewood.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to compare it in that way, I feel like that is kind of an apples to apples, because Jordan from the sports era, Dr. Dre from the music industry, they both don't really do much at all. But yet they're still. They're still here. They're still popular, and because of the new generation,
it's like, for instance, I do see LeBron maybe becoming a bigger name than Kobe, because I feel like LeBron's gonna follow the movies, which is, I think he has 2 already. Kobe never did 1 movie, if I recall. Jordan only has 1 movie. Ray Allen has 1 movie. Kevin Durant has 1 movie. So technically, LeBron already has 2 over everyone else. So that's much, much more. So I do feel like he would actually do some more movies later on, and would to continue his name. I just don't think. I don't know. Well, maybe he will create a big impact because there's still a lot of Kobe fans, and even some diehard Kobe fans will not put LeBron over Kobe.
And they're just delusional.
They're not delusional. They just Kobe is great. It's great. He's great. Come on,
I mean,
you're not
look at it this way. Look at it this way. In the sports industry, in the sports world, like there's a lot of people out there who still go for the Raiders. And I mean, come on, bro. Come on. They're delusional.
They are delusional. I mean, next season might be different.
I mean, come on. They're a joke. Like you see memes about the Raiders all the time.
The Raiders.
I mean, even Derek Carr on the Pro Bowl, you know, he was playing a lot better than he ever did with the Raiders. And
hey, know, fun fact, he's from Bakersfield.
Really?
He is, yes.
Oh, yeah. I did not know that. And I watched football.
Yeah. Him and his brother.
Yeah. That's a brother?
Yep. Yeah, they're from Bakersfield, and that was a big deal back when I was still living in Bakersfield. Like, he does a lot for his community in Bakersfield, but I didn't know that. I mean, until somebody told me about it. But
I mean, back when we were in high school, they made like a big deal because it was him, Derek Carr, playing along with, I forgot what celebrity's kid was gonna be playing in the same game. That everybody was gonna go to that game because of the celebrities. That were
I remember that. I mean, like I said, I don't know too much about sports, but I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, I just don't remember who was the other kid.
Which high school did he go
to? Derek?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. Maybe Stockdale? I mean, I don't think so, but like I feel like
Stockdale. That wasn't Stockdale. I would have known him if he was Stockdale. And Stockdale had a cheap ass team. So like, because I think what's it called? What's Carr's what's his age?
Like 32.
30 something.
Let me look him up right now. Derek Carr.
Because I know his brother. I think his brother went to Stockdale.
31.
I remember the scoreboard said something about his brother, but I could be wrong.
Oh, he went to. So he's 31 years old. He was born in Fresno, California, but lived in Bakersfield, California. He went to Clemens High School and Bakersfield Christian High School. So Bakersfield Christian, I think, was it was like in the newish area, like that far, definitely further than Stockdale. But
I'll give a shout out. Let me give a shout out to Edgar, who's in the comment section and probably our only viewer right now. He bought the Jack Daniels, so because of him, I have a Jack Daniels in my home. So thank you, Edgar. Don't mix it with Tampico. That's just nasty.
I bet. And also, I wanted to ask you how much they pay you to babysit.
Babysit what?
Babysit that drink that you have in front of you.
They didn't pay me. I just became part of the Keep Your Cool podcast. So you still have to send me something, William, and you have to send me something, George. Now, okay. We talked a little bit of LeBron that me and William will have to discuss sometime later. Mm-hmm. I just want to get into the UFO stuff, but I don't want to skip through everything. So let's talk UFC. Oh, wait. Next week, we have a boxing fight. Mauricio Lara versus Lee Wood. Lee Wood is a champion. Lara's a challenger. I have Lara winning. Check it out. It's going to be like at 4 p.m. or 2 p.m. because it's in England. It's a good fucking fight. It's going to be a war. But I don't see no one stopping Mauricio Lara at the moment. And get this. He fought a champion a couple years back. And then I saw the fight, right? But I didn't know who Mauricio Lara was. And I followed boxing. And I was like, fuck, something in my gut feeling was telling me bet for him. He was an underdog, 5,000. Meaning that if you would have bet at 100 for him, they would have given you 5,000. Right? Mm-hmm. So they kept telling me, like, bet for him. And I didn't. Motherfucker ended up winning by knockout. And I was like, wow. After that, he's never been an underdog again. As not being like, ahorita va a pelear contra el champion otra vez, and he's an underdog again. I mean, he's not an underdog anymore. So that should be a fun fight. So before we get into, let's talk UFC. Volkanovski versus Islam. What's his name? Makmadov, whatever his name is. William, I know you said that you don't really watch it, but now that I've told you about it, do you know anything about them?
Not at all. The only one that I know is coming up, isn't it? Yair, who's he's fighting this weekend too, right?
He might. Jair Rodriguez?
Yeah.
He might be on the undercard.
No, maybe, but I think they're fighting for the intern
No,
title.
trust me. If he's in that card, he's gonna be the undercard. Islam and Volkanovski is a main event. Those motherfuckers are like top notch. Yeah. So basically, they're both undefeated or have lost one fight, something like that. But a long time ago, they both beat a champion to become a champion. They're both wrestlers. They're both han ganado championships as wrestlers. One's from Australia, the other one's from Russia. The only difference is that Volkanovski is moving up to fight the champion. Oh, never mind.
No, my bad. That was an accident.
All right. Volkanovski is moving up to fight the champion, which is Islam. So by that perspective, they're both, like I said, they're both great. It's just that one's moving up. You see? Oh, Hector Darte saying that, yeah, he is the co-main event fool. There you go. He's talking shit to you, William. Back yourself up.
No, but he's talking shit to you. You said he's
I said he was going to be the co-main event.
No, you said he'll be undercard.
Oh, undercard. Okay.
So the main tomorrow is Islam versus Alexander, Yair versus Josh, and then Jack versus Randy Brown. Tomorrow for the main card.
Well, I know that for me, anything that is not the main event is the undercard. I don't give a shit.
I mean, there's early, preliminary, and then main card.
Yeah,
but you said anything before that is
he's the second fight before the main card, the main event. So
okay,
William, Volkanovski, Islam. Now that I kind of told you a little bit of the highlight or whatever, just throw a prediction out there, even if you've never seen him, and I will say watch this fight because it's going to be a good one.
George, do me a favor. Put up both fighters on the screen. I want to see them.
Both fighters. Hold on. Which fighters? Name them because I got to search it up. Sorry.
Islam something, and his last name
Makovich or something like that. Huh? Islam Makovich.
Yes, and versus
like that. Okay.
Alexander Volkanovski.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. I know. Okay. Perfect. Anyways, keep talking. It's still taking me like a minute or so.
Well, I mean, based on what you told me, I want to see the pictures too, but based on what you told me, I would go with Islam because if everybody knows that whenever you have to change division or weight class, I should say, it's more challenging to win that fight whenever you have to either drop or go up, you know.
Especially, I feel like it's more hard to win or beat the champion in UFC than in boxing because in UFC there is a bigger tienes que brincar mucho más que en boxing. So let's say like in boxing, you fight at 147, right? It's 7 pounds to go to 154. And then in freaking and UFC, I think it's 145 that it's Volkanovski and he's going to jump to fight the 155, which makes it 11 pounds. 55 minus 44. Yeah. Minus 40. No, like 10 pounds. Pero Volkanovski is not even getting a prep fight. Like he's not taking a tune-up before fighting. He's going straight for the champion, and that's where you're like, you're fighting a real bad motherfucker. And his coach is basically Khabib, whatever his last name is, because I can't pronounce Khabib's last name.
The one that
wrecked really, Conor McGregor.
Yeah, the one that has really bad beef with Conor McGregor. Yeah.
You're not a Conor McGregor fan? There you go. Okay, so Islam is the one on the left. Alexander Volkanovski is the one on the right.
Yeah, so I know Islam now that I've seen him. I know who he is. So yeah, no, my bet is still on Islam.
On who?
On Islam.
Islam.
Yeah,
all right.
Same here.
Okay. Is there a reason why, George?
Well, to be honest and just to be blunt, I've only ever seen Islam fight in the past, and I've never seen the other dude fight. So I'm just going based off of, again, I'm not into sports, but I've seen their fights, and I know he's a really good fighter. All right.
Well, me, myself, get your facts straight when talking about MMA. Hector does watch a lot more MMA than me, so I have to give him props to that. Like I said, though, I'm pretty sure he was talking about just the co-main event. As for Islam and these fools, basically the highlights that I gave you, it's true that this fool, Volkanovski, is moving up. They both did defeat champions. I'm gonna go with Volkanovski. I know it's gonna be really hard. I'll be rooting for him, but for him to win, it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really hard. Like honestly, I don't see him winning, but I know that I will be rooting for him. I do like the guy. It just sucks that he's moving up to fight the champion, and that's where it makes it really hard. That I'm like, bro, you could have still adjusted to the weight before fighting the champion. Like, fight the other, like the top 15. Don't go straight into the number one guy in that division. Even though Volkanovski is the number one pound for pound, and Islam is number two. For me, I can't. It's gonna be really hard, but I'll be rooting for Alexander Volkanovski. So you have predictions 1-1-1, right? Okay. This is where the fun gets. Before we jump to the UFOs, this would be our last segment for the sports. Oh, actually, if Hector's still there, Hector,
I'd like to know his predictions, honestly.
Yeah, Hector, put me your prediction. I think he told me earlier, but if you can just put it in the comment section, if you're still here, who do you think is going to win? And do you consider LeBron James the GOAT? And my brother said that if you don't have him over Kobe, that you're delusional.
Well, first of all, Hector said, good job overall, fellas. So we'll have to see. He's definitely still on here, but we want to see what he has to say about his predictions and then the prediction.
And I just put in a comment if you have him over Kobe, and do you think he's the GOAT by passing Kareem on points? And my brother says that you're delusional.
While we're waiting, my camera died.
Oh, come on, George.
Come on, dude. Anyways, fun fact, I've met every single player of the Spurs multiple times, and Greg Popovich when I used to live in San Antonio, not knowing who they were, but they were a big deal in San Antonio. I sold them tires. I sold Greg Popovich. That's his name, right?
Yes.
I sold him tires multiple times on his Land Rover or Range Rover at the time. And not only that, but I've also met, you said something, Abdul Jamar or something like that. What's his name?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I've met him before too, multiple times. So that's dope for me. That's a fun fact. Anyways, here's what Hector has to say. Taking and Islam as far as the UFC goes.
All right. Now, well, hopefully he answers to is he delusional if he doesn't have LeBron over Kobe, and if he has LeBron as a GOAT now, if he's still out there listening. Now, Kansas City Chiefs versus Philadelphia Eagles. This is a Super Bowl. It's going to be this Sunday, 3:30 p.m. if I recall. They're both, I think, almost the same identical record. I think it's 13-3?
16-3.
16-3. Okay. They both have Kelce brothers. Kelsey.
15-3 regardless. Yeah, they both have Kelce brothers. Yeah.
They both have two good quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. One is better running, a better team, which is the Eagles. The Chiefs are the better passing team. Okay, but a ver. Let me read it since George is not here. It says, okay, there you go.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead and read it, George.
All right, Hector says, hands down, I'd take Kobe 100 times out of 100. But you gotta give LeBron credit for what he has done. Of course.
Yes.
To be fair, LeBron is, doing a lot. Anyways.
Okay, well, there's your take, William. I don't know. I know you're not a Kobe guy. You're a KG.
It's not that I'm not a Kobe guy. It's just one MVP. That's his whole accolades. One MVP, 5 NBA championships, 3 of which were led by Shaq. Not Kobe. Shaq. Shaq got those 3 NBA final MVPs. And the other 2 was a Paul Gasol, and so.
I'm sorry. You're not gonna tell me that Paul Gasol was a top 10 guy. He was probably a top 15.
I'm saying that obviously he had Paul Gasol on the other one. But I'm saying Shaq had Shaq not left the Magic, and he stayed with Penny, Kobe would have never had any of those 3 rings, because Shaq and Penny would have been basically the Shaq and Kobe of Magic.
But Kobe did beat that. But Kobe did beat that big 3 in the Celtics.
Yes, he did.
Something LeBron couldn't do.
Because the fucking GM from the fucking Celtics fucked it up by trading away. I forgot who it was. I think it was Jermaine O'Neal.
And Dwight Howard, who never did anything with the Magic, beat the Cavaliers with LeBron. You're not gonna tell me Magic had a better team than the Cavaliers.
Hold on. Real quick. They want to put Kobe over LeBron. Didn't Kobe have Steve Nash and Dwight Howard on the same fucking team?
Oh no, you're not gonna. No, hell no, you're not gonna do.
You're
not gonna do that. And I have to put this right now.
And Dwight, hold on. Dwight was in his prime. And
Dwight was not in his prime. Dwight was not in.
He literally let free agents. He joined.
That guy had like a four. That fool had like a 4-year prime, and that was it. And he took his team to the finals, and that was it. That was it. I'll say this: I'll take Dwight Howard's prime over AD's prime any time of the fucking year. That fucker took the Magic to the finals, to the NBA finals, and AD is just overrated as fuck, and that's my take. But since he's a top 75, I'm gonna put it this way, William. LeBron did not qualify for the playoffs last year with AD, who's a top 75, Carmelo Anthony, who's a top 75, Russell Westbrook, who's a top 75, and LeBron James himself. That's 4 top 75.
Pause right there. Hector says, without Shaq, there's no championship. And vice versa, without Kobe, Shaq wouldn't win either. So fact. LeBron needs Wade and Chris Bosh to 3-peat.
Which he didn't 3-peat. He lost against the fucking Mavericks, who had an old-ass Jason Kidd, an old-ass Jason Terry, and a badass motherfucking... ya se me olvidó pinche nombre. Wow. Dirk Nowitzki. There you go.
Speaking of whiskey.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of whiskey.
Take a shot.
Salud.
People, him saying Shaq wouldn't have won his ring without Kobe. That's what he said. That's what was said, right? Didn't Shaq and Penny make it to the NBA Finals? Or no, the Eastern Conference Finals? Against who? Against who?
The Bulls.
Yeah, against the Bulls. The Bulls not been there, the Shaq would have easily run through the whole.
Technically, Shaq got swept with that team against the fucking Hakeem and his Rockets.
Yeah. No, wait, what?
Yes. Orlando Magic made it to the finals when they beat the Bulls, where they retired Michael Jordan coming back. He made it to the finals and got swept against Hakeem and the Rockets.
Yeah, exactly. But what year was Shaq in?
What year? That was his second or third year, I think.
Exactly my point.
Yeah,
so
but
the only reason why Shaq didn't stick around in the Magic was because Penny became injury prone. At that point, it was like, Shaq, I'm gone.
I gotta fact check you on that one, William. It's after. Penny Hardaway became injury prone after. So Shaq basically left for his ego that he didn't want to share the spotlight with Penny.
Right,
yes,
but
afterwards, so Magic decided to stay with Penny. That's when he became very injury prone and his career went left. So I have to fact check you on that one. I would say this though: those 2 rings that Kobe has, I'll take over my LeBron's Magic, LeBron's Heat, 2 rings. Those Kobe's are worth more because I do believe that Pau Gasol was not a top 10. I've always said it. He's a very great, consistent player, but at that time, I don't think he was a top 10. I think he was easily a top 15, maybe a top 20 of the league at that time. And you're not gonna tell me that what's this guy Meta Peace World or whatever. He was a great defender, but he was never a top 20 anywhere, even in his prime.
From those 2 rings that he won, I'll take one. From the Kobe rings, I'll take one, and that was the one that he beat the Boston 3, because the other team he beat for the second ring. Who the fuck was that?
No, it's the same team that fucking beat
with Jameer Nelson running the point.
It's the same team that beat LeBron on the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the same team that beat LeBron.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying they didn't beat LeBron. You're absolutely right. But I'm saying against Jameer Nelson, Dwight Howard was the only player on that freaking team, and there was a chance that the Magic would have beat the Lakers had Dwight Howard not missed those 2 free throws that he missed. Those 2 free throws, they would have won them at least the game.
Well, and I think Kobe and the Lakers did swept them, right? If I recall.
I think I was either a sweep or it was a 4-1.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to save this in for another one, because like I said, I do want to get into those UFO talks, and we're barely in the Super Bowl talk right now. Georgie, are you gonna watch the Super Bowl?
I am.
Oh, you are.
I am. I don't have anything going on Sunday, so.
Oh, you're not gonna drink?
Nah, I mean, I work Monday.
Oh, you work? I thought you were lazy and we're a stay-at-home father for 3 dogs.
No, bro.
All right. So I don't know if you heard us earlier when you were trying to set up your camera, but I said that the Chiefs versus the Eagles, they're both almost have the exact identical record. I think
they do. It's 16-3.
Yes,
I looked it up, and they're both exact records, actually.
Yes, they both have the exact same yards. One is a running team, one is a passing team. Both have Kelsey brothers. Both have won a championship. Both have well, the last time that the Eagles won was 5 years ago, and obviously for the freaking Chiefs was 2 years ago. They both made me money and they both lost me money. So I'm gonna go with William. Let's start with William. Chiefs, Eagles. Who do you have and why?
Easy pick. The Eagles. They've been consistent throughout the whole entire year. The Chiefs started off the year what 2-5, I think, or 1-2, compared to what the Eagles did. The Eagles only had lost only one game. 14 games into the season. So it's like 14. So the Eagles have been playing the most consistent, and on top of that, the GOAT of baseball is an Eagle fan. So
who's the GOAT of baseball? Babe Ruth?
Mike Trout.
Babe Ruth, come on now.
You know,
bro.
There's a theory that Babe Ruth was black.
We send that shit over to me. Send that shit to me.
It's on TikTok. All right, George. Since you're not a fan, we're gonna get a perspective of a guy who just watches the Super Bowl. So give it away.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go for the Chiefs because they're here to reclaim their land. That's all they got to do. That's what they're here to do.
Now, I saw that Hector posted another comment saying, "Football talk, huh?" He actually knows a lot more football than probably, well, he knows more than me for sure because that guy does a fantasy league. So I think that's a
Pinguino, right?
Yeah, Pinguino.
He knows that Aaron Rodgers is going to the Raiders, right?
I would like to ask him that question and see if he ever entered live into. Actually, George, can you put the StreamYard link into the comment section and see who wants to join us in person, even if it's
just through their phone. Yeah, just through their phone. I posted it on the comments.
Hector, if you can just click that link and talk shit on William for saying that Aaron Rodgers is going to the Raiders. I don't know if
you're saying he's not.
I kind of want to say it's true.
He's going to join the Vontae Adams
link. The link is in the comments.
The link is in the comments. Whoever wants to join us, and just even if it's through your phone, you could always not put your camera on and just hear your voice. That it's fine with us. We've done it. I've done it. George just did it right now when he just lost power on his camera. So, the Aaron Rodgers going to the Raiders. I want to say I want to see him in a different jersey color, and bring the Raiders another championship.
So you do go for the Raiders.
Okay, so going back to the Super Bowl.
No wonder you got offended.
So get this, George. Hector is a big, he's a fan of the Packers. So Aaron Rodgers plays for the Packers for who knows how many years. I lost count. I think I want to say more than 15 for sure. Yeah, huh? Right, William? Yeah, more than 15.
He's been there his whole career.
His whole career, yes. So this might be the first time that he actually leaves the team, but he's already old, and the Raiders technically need a quarterback. ¿Qué dijo ahora? A ver.
He said, Hector said, I said it. As soon as he lost to the Lions, that he is going to the Raiders.
Okay, he never told me that, so that's news to me. So I'm surprised that he is going to see him leave. Now, Hector, does it hurt? Or do you think it's time for you guys to move out of Aaron Rodgers? And Hector, since you're right there in the comment section still, who's your quarterback, Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre? They're both legends for Green Bay. They both gave them rings. For me,
just okay. One ring each. One ring each.
Oh yeah. No, my bad.
That's how it was.
Yeah, one ring each. ¿Cómo se llama? For me, Chiefs contra Philadelphia Eagles. I will say this: I am a Raiders fan, but for some reason, I've always loved the Eagles. Not because of Mark Wahlberg and his movie.
Which one?
There's just something about their dark green colored jerseys. I've always liked that. That's more of a stupid take. That it's not about the team. It was more like of a jersey. The helmet, I love how it looks. So just because of that, it's like
more of a look.
For the look, I've always liked the Eagles and I've always rooted for them. When McNabb was there, when Michael Vick was there, I lost money when they played the Patriots. I bet 100 and I lost 100. And then when Nick Foles took him to the fucking Super Bowl, I won 100 on that one, 120, 145 years ago. So, but in a way, they've always been like my second team. I like the Eagles, but I'm a Mahomes guy, and I just want to talk shit on people because I'm Mahomes. I want to continue to call him Baby Goat. So I got the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, but I'll be really happy whoever wins though. Regardless, I'll be happy if the Eagles win. I'll be really happy if
But you can only pick one, so you have to pick one.
No,
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So you said the Eagles.
The Eagles. No. I'm saying that the Chiefs will win.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that I'll be really happy whoever wins. It doesn't matter to me who wins. It's just that I want more que ganen los Chiefs.
Well, Hector said it's time to move on and flip the page.
Okay. All right. So he's content. So, but what about Favre and Rodgers? I would like to hear that from him because I've never actually asked him that question. And like I said, that guy's a big Packers fan. He's actually, last time I was talking to him, he literally went to go see Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers, versus Tom Brady in Florida. So that was kind of pretty cool when he showed the picture. Well, yeah. Or ¿dónde son los Dodgers? The Tampa Bay. Yeah, the Tampa Bay, Florida. So that was pretty. I'm pretty sure he loved that experience watching two of the greatest players play the game in a fucking beautiful state that is never bad with weather.
You been there?
I mean, really?
No, that's what I've heard.
They just had one of the worst hurricanes.
No, okay. If you're talking about hurricane, it's different. I'm talking about like cold, like snow and all that shit.
Summer, it's so hot, like humid that you get out of the shower and you just want to shower with your sweat. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro.
You've been to Florida many times, George?
I've been to Orlando, Miami, Tampa Bay, and then there's some. Is it the Florida Keys or something like that? It's like in the south.
Okay, yeah.
Coral Keys.
I've heard about them.
Anyways, that was like for a little bit though. That one.
You know that we just ended our little sports talk. We talked LeBron. We talked Jordan, the Air Jordan trailer that it popped out this week, which is pretty cool.
I gotta watch it. Yeah. Super
Bowl, and a little bit of boxing, and a little bit of UFC.
Real quick, Edgar says Chiefs 37 to Eagles 34. The script was leaked, and actually, I saw that too.
So did I, but I saw it the other way. I saw it Eagles over the Chiefs with that scoreline.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, knowing that if it was scripted, they're obviously not going to script it to 37-34 now. You know what I mean? Like now that it was leaked.
How about you predict the score, George? What do you think is going to be the score?
Honestly, I think Chiefs would take 42.
Man,
the Eagles easily, bro. And then the Eagles will take about 12.
No. So you're telling me that these fools are either going to do those four field goals, or they're going to do 2 touchdowns without their field goal. Okay, that's a crazy one. William,
you never know, bro.
A realistic point? Do you think it's going to be high points or low points?
It's going to be in the 20s. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs are going 27 and the Eagles 30.
The Eagles 30.
Let me just put it this way. My perspective is that the Chiefs will have a higher number, because I went 42, which is ridiculous. 12. So I'm just saying they're going to be like very separate, but Chiefs will win.
Okay, I'm gonna go medium range, medium rare. I'm gonna go 24 for the Chiefs, 21 the Eagles. That's what I'm going for. 24-21.
Okay.
All right. Now that we're done with sports talk, let's get into what I actually wanted to talk about this week. The UFO in Alaska and the spy balloon in Florida.
Two things, yeah. So actually not even in Florida. It didn't even go to Florida.
What do you mean?
It was shot down over, I think, South or North Carolina. Like Myrtle Beach is the actual beach it was shot down on.
South Carolina.
But was it a spy though, or was it something else?
Well, according to what I haven't looked too much into it, but according to what I've seen so far, it was a Chinese spy balloon, but it also had a payload with possible explosives, and it also did have spy equipment in it.
Oh shit! So it was. Yeah. So it technically was a spy then.
Yeah, it was. And then it's crazy because after that, they briefed 40 plus nations about that balloon, and a whole bunch of nations are now putting sanctions on China.
Now, why would they send a balloon to North Carolina? What's so special about that particular state?
No, it's not. It's not necessarily North Carolina. So the way it worked is apparently the balloon went from China, and you can't. If you see it on a flat map, it looks like it goes up, and then it looks like it goes down. But on a globe, it's actually just going in a straight line.
Okay.
But from China, it went through Alaska, a little bit over Canada, and then it went through Montana. I don't know the exact states that it goes through down to North Carolina, but just think of a straight line from Montana up on top down to like above Florida. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that being said, it was going over military nuclear weapons bases, and which is why Montana was a big deal, because that is where a lot of the nuclear programming and stuff is at. So the fact that it was literally like directly above going across was a big deal, and they didn't want to shoot it down because they didn't want to. Basically, the gist of it is they don't want anything inside of the balloon to spread in the United States, nor do they want any of that debris falling onto people or civilians down in the United States. So they waited until they got to the coast, to the East Coast, to shoot it down over the water.
Okay. Makes sense.
So we've got Armando Anguiano. Oh shit, Armando Anguiano. World War III, let's go, USA.
Who's that fool? Do you know him?
Let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you about World War III. This is what I live for. Ya ando bien armado aquí en mi casa con puras pinches metralletas, güey. So let me tell you. This is my topic. Anyways. Hold on. Hector said on day chat about Rogers and Brett fellas, and definitely would shut with Will or what? Arrogance about basketball and football. Keep it up, please.
That's gonna hurt his heart.
No, I'm good.
So
I mean, hold on. Sorry, Jordan. All I know is right now, the future for the Packers is what? Jordan Love. I think that's
right?
Wow. So we got a brighter future right now with King Henry.
Listen, wait, William. But I know that I always thought that Hector was like a fanatic of just Packerville. Until I actually started talking to him more now that we're older, and he's actually a football guy. Like he knows what's up with football. Y como se llama, and maybe more basketball, probably more. Like he's more detailed oriented when it comes to the both sports. And I always thought that this fool was like a Packer, like Tomás Packers y nada más puede vivir. So when it comes to football, I would say that the way you talk and the way he talks, you guys have taught me a lot, especially because of both of you do fantasy football. I don't know how long you've been doing it, but he's been doing it, I'm pretty sure, for a long time. I think he won the tournament on my group. We made a bet. He's like, oh, join the thing. I was like, oh, yo de pendejo le hice caso, and I got last place. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck fantasy football. So what did Mando put right there? I got a bag of rocks ready.
Armando dijo que tiene un pinche bolsillo de piedras listo para la Guerra Mundial 3.
Salud, Mando. This is Jack Daniels con Tampico. Not a good mix, bro.
Nastiest shit in the world, bro. The more ice you put in Tampico, the hotter it gets.
Oh, truth. How's that possible, George? Is that a UFO thing?
No, it's just a science thing.
It's a science thing. Now, the Alaska thing. Like, why would a UFO be in Alaska? What the fuck are they looking out there? Or what is it called? HOE?
No mames, way. Oh, wait. Homeowners HOE. Association. That's what you said. No, that's not it.
Earlier I said HOA.
Yeah. A ver, ¿qué dice aquí? You're the first one line to war for that insult. See you later, Rawless. Hey, pero no tienes tus papeles, pues ni modo, güey.
No, ni que me llamara Jason.
No mames, güey. Let me tell you real quick. That happened today. Legitimately today, earlier today happened where apparently somebody or not somebody, but the government shot down something over the Alaskan, country or state. And then, if that happens, if that's the case, I got my BB gun ready for World War III, says Hector. Jeez.
I'm surprised he doesn't own a gun.
Here's the thing. I saw on the news that not really news because TikTok is my news. Anyways, it's literally what they said. The government, they're projecting thing on the television. It's a silver thing silver object flying over Alaska as large as a small vehicle. And it was stationary. Stationary means it wasn't moving. For those of you that didn't go to school and don't know what stationary is.
Wow, stay away. Mondo, he's talking to you.
Damn. Anyways, they shot it down, and as of right now, they don't know anything else. They're like, we just don't know. And then I saw about an hour or so ago that it was posted, an hour or so ago from there. So like, this is pretty recent.
Okay. That's the size of a small vehicle. Are we talking about like a buggy or like a Corolla, Honda Civic?
I mean, are we talking about a smart car? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, forgot about that shit. Smart cars, those shits are small.
Oof, Armando said he went to Yale University, fucker.
Sí, ahorita.
Oh, it was Yale. Hey, I agree. Me too.
Damn. Este puso Hector, don't need a gun, Raul. I got my slingshot, bro. Then it's the menace right here.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you though, right now, I am fully prepared at my home. I'm telling you.
What you said last time you had a Glock 17?
Yeah, Glock 17 Generation 5. I've got 5 mags. I've got a safe with fucking an AR-15. Like, let's
shut
fucking
the fuck
go,
up.
bro.
Shut the fuck up. You don't have an AR.
Bet.
You're gonna have to send me those pictures, es cierto.
Sheesh.
So we can post stuff like that on YouTube.
He's gonna go Photoshop them.
Hey, you know what state I live in, bro? I live in Oregon, bro. We ain't in California.
They allow that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm like, I know that the only state is Texas, no?
No, AR-15s are actually allowed in multiple states. California just regulates them as far as how many rounds you can put in them.
And then, oh shit. Okay.
And so
I think it's stupid that, like, I mean, no offense, that somebody could just own a fucking AR. Like, it's like the most ridiculous fucking shit you could possibly buy.
Yeah,
Why?
I mean, yeah. So
What do you mean why?
Well, yeah, I just want to know why.
Because, like, don't get me wrong, like, you want self-defense, you're good with a Glock. You don't need a fucking AR to self-defend.
Actually, let me tell you this much. I don't know if you are or not a gun owner or not, or how much. Like, I went to classes. Like, I legitimately was like, I'm not a big gun person. However, based on the shit that's happened in the past here in the state and in my neighborhood, I'm like, I'm gonna own a gun just to have it for my home, right? So I went to take classes. I want to get knowledgeable about what I own and why I have it. But there's 3 different categories of owning a gun. There's handguns or self-defense. Sorry. So there's handguns, there's the shotguns, and then there's the assault rifles. And out of the 3, the handgun was the least defensive one. And what I mean by that is like the one that you'll be more likely to get hurt at your home than with a shotgun or with a rifle. Only because you have more control over a rifle or a shotgun than you do a handgun. The handgun, to put it in another perspective, just think of like a dart. If you want to shoot it in the red, it's so hard to get that. But if you have an assault rifle, to get it on the red, if you're throwing a dart or a shotgun, it'll be way easier than a pistol,
No, yes. I agree. I agree with you. No, obviously, yes, it is safer. My point is, for instance, the shootings involved in schools, right? It's like,
correct.
Why does a 18-year-old have access to an AR?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they wouldn't have access, if they had access to a pistol, like, yes, there would still be some killings. I'm not saying there wouldn't be. However, you would minimize from a classroom of 20 kids dying to potentially just 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And actually, I know this was brought up the last time we talked about, should a teacher own a gun or a weapon? And me as a former, I guess not really former because I'm still substitute teaching, but as I work in the school districts, I feel like school districts should have people trained to have that because of the world we live in now, unfortunately, And I'm not like a super pro like gun. Like I'm just not. I just want some for my home, self-defense, and that's it. Like I can care less if you own or you don't own a gun.
It's like how the saying goes. It's better to have a gun and not need it than to need a gun and not have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yo, I don't own guns because I have like 100 kids right here, and I don't trust them. They play too much Fortnite, and they feel like they call it an AR. Oh, you got the AR. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got the oh, you want the shotty? I'm like, fool's not a shotty, it's a shotgun.
You want the sawed off shoddy with fucking
Since we're in the topics of there's a because I know that the last one took place in space and we're talking about like UFOs. Do you guys have the new Fast and the Furious trailer?
I don't get it.
Dude, I have it in my saved later. So here's the thing. I mean, maybe I don't know if everybody else is the same as I am, but like
No.
when I'm on YouTube, I just scroll and I look at videos and I'm like, oh, I want to watch that later. Put it on my saved for later. Oh, I want to watch that later. I kid you not, I have over 1,000 videos on my YouTube that I still need to watch that I haven't gotten to. And the Fast and the Furious 10 or whatever, Fast 10 is on that list.
It's the same for me, but it's not me. It's my kids. Like I'll go like, what the fuck, my watch list, and I see Peppa Pig. I'm like, what the fuck?
Coco Melon and shit.
No, like I saw the trailer for like a bit, and then I'm like, I haven't even seen part 9, so I'm like, I don't care about. I'm like,
I haven't seen part. Dude, I lost track after Tokyo, bro.
really?
Like, yeah,
What?
like
You're missing out on the best one, Fast 5. I think Fast 5 is the best one, for at least for me.
no. So there's one after Tokyo that I saw was when, what's his name, Trevetto? He like jumps from the freeway to the other side
To catch his girl.
to catch his girl,
I think that's
and he
6
lands on the
or
car.
7.
Yeah, I think that's 6.
It's
Yeah,
either
so
6 or 7.
that's the last one I saw, and so it was Tokyo Drift, and then that one, and I was like, I'm out. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I'm out. Like, fuck no.
That's where people want, like, they won racing. Like, oh, we just won racing. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm like, I didn't care. I mean, part 1 was pretty good. Part 2 was pretty good. Part 3 is Tokyo Drift. Part 4 I liked because it kind of felt like a revenge movie.
Mhm.
And then Fast 5 is straight up an action movie, and it just goes on from there. And I think I would always say it and defend it. Fast 5 is probably the best one, and it improves it by having The Rock in it. Even though George doesn't like The Rock because he's not an actor, he's there.
No, it's not. So okay, that's where they go to Brazil.
Yes,
Because then, yes, I did watch that one. That was the one with The Rock, and he's not an actor. He's just confident, and he just a great person that people like because he's confident. He's not a good actor, just like Ryan Reynolds is a shitty actor.
right.
Whoa.
Plays himself.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
He plays himself in every single movie. So, anyways,
Okay, have you seen Barry?
have I seen Barry?
Yes.
The one where he goes back in time?
No, the one where he gets buried alive.
Oh, Buried.
Yes, buried. What the fuck?
No, then no, I have not.
All right, 'cause that's acting right there. But what? Because James Franco did 127 hours. Like, oh, that's better acting. I'm like, no, it wasn't. They're both as good. Like, one got an Oscar nomination. Man, you should check out like his dramas. Ryan Reynolds' dramas are a lot better than his actual action
I
movies.
agree. His dramas
Have you
are
seen,
definitely a lot better.
Have you seen Still Waiting?
Yeah, it's terrible. It just went straight to DVD or whatever.
It's funny.
I mean, it's okay.
It's a funny movie.
It's been a while. Okay, that's the second part technically or whatever after Waiting.
Oh, wait, I meant Waiting.
yeah,
my
yeah,
bad.
no,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You
No,
mean-
there's a second part to it. That's why I'm asking.
There is, and that I didn't get to watch it. So when he said wait, it's still waiting. Guess that is actually part 2, but part 1 because it has Ryan Reynolds and Justin
Yeah.
Long. That's
So,
a good movie.
Okay, so let me go back to that. Waiting is a good movie. I like that
Yes.
movie. But
Yes.
Still Waiting, I don't think it's called Still Waiting, but it's like the other version of it.
It's called Still Waiting.
Waiting for sure is good. I like that one.
Okay. For The Rock, you should watch Faster, and you'll see his acting chops.
Oh my god, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
You didn't like Faster?
No.
Wow.
It was
No.
filmed in Bakersfield. How do you not like it?
Nah.
Yeah, you can tell. Right, this guy's
I
not a real-
really had high hopes, and I was like, all right, I don't really like this dude, but Black Adam might save it because he's a superhero. Like maybe that'll be his role. Terrible, bro.
Well,
Terrible.
If you talk shit on Black Adam, that means that you've never seen a lot of Rock movies where it's The Rock, but it didn't feel like a Rock movie. That's what I keep telling everyone. Like it's The Rock in there, but it's not a Rock movie.
It's definitely a Rock movie.
It's not a Rock movie. No,
It is
you
a
have
Rock
seen a lot of Rock movies to see that it's a Rock movie.
I guarantee you I have.
That's not a Rock movie. I'm sorry.
It is.
Yep, it's not. I'm
It
sorry.
is the Rock movie, 100%.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Let me tell you this much. The one that didn't feel like a Rock movie was the Tooth Fairy.
That
I
one
was
felt
gonna
like
say,
a Rock
you guys
movie.
need
No
some stupid
mames,
shit like
güey.
that.
Hey,
It felt like the Rock, like the actual wrestler of the Rock.
nah, not even close, bro.
I
That's
would
the one.
te hubiera pasado the Game Plan, which is a football movie.
No. Actually, Walking Tall was actually really good, and
It's good. It's good.
it's good. And I didn't feel like that one was The Rock.
But that's when he was just starting, so you can't really count it. Like the Rundown.
I can count it. He's still.
The
He's
Rundown
still
doesn't feel like a Rock movie.
Which one?
The Rundown with Sean William Scott, and they're in Brazil.
I remember that one. I forget what that one's about.
If you don't go that far, that doesn't feel like a Rock movie. Then Scorpion King. He's a fucking scorpion. It doesn't even look like The Rock.
No, but it felt like he was The Rock though. Like even doing the fucking with the CGI fucking eyebrow.
Yeah, that's true. And he wasn't even there, bro. It was all CGI.
Now I want to bring it back. I want to bring it back all the way to the beginning where William talked shit on one of the better directors at the moment, Ben Affleck. What do you mean he's a hit or miss?
No, you said he never misses.
He never misses.
It's debatable. He missed one movie. The other one, Argo was amazing.
Directed?
The Town was fucking perfect.
Okay.
The Town was fucking
You're
brilliant.
gonna tell me Gone Girl.
No, wait, Gone Girl, he made it? That's just good too. No, that one, Live by Night.
Live by Night.
I would put it up,
I'm
George.
looking it up right now. I put in on Google. I put Ben Affleck directed movies. So there's Air, Live by Night. Oh, there it is.
Argo. Argo, fuck yourself. I love that sign. Argo was the shit. Like that's probably his best directed movie. Easily for me. It's for me.
It's for me.
It's like even if you want to go back and just watch it, dude, it's I can rewatch that movie every year because it's that good.
The Town.
The Town's a shit. I like The Town.
Well, I'll tell. So, William, to get back to your point, it's a hit or miss. Which one was a miss again?
Live by Night.
Put it up. I want to see I want to see the poster if I recognize it.
Like
I don't. Let's see. Here's what I have. These are the only ones that popped up for directed movies by him. So I haven't seen Air, obviously. I haven't seen Live by Night. I've seen Argo, The Town, and Gone Baby Gone. And that's it. Those are the only three.
I'll give you the real list.
Oof. Okay.
No, I mean I'm gonna go to Wikipedia. That's all. That's the only difference that I'm doing.
I don't think he made Gone Girl.
I don't think so. I think you're right. Yeah. He didn't. My bad. That was my bad. I know that he acted in it, and I think he wrote it or something like that. He was involved for sure.
It's based on a book, so he didn't write it.
Yeah, but he was involved in more than just acting.
I see. No, he a director and writer only on Gone Baby Gone. But you said Gone Girl?
Yes.
Oh no, he wasn't. No. He did a cameo.
He should have gotten a fucking Oscar for that film. That shit was amazing.
Gone Girl was good. Gone Girl was really good.
Yeah.
Gone Girl. Oh no, he was just acting in it. Wow, I'm surprised. So the movies that he's directed, okay, so the movies he's directed, he just started directing with Gone Baby Gone. Sorry, Give Me Shelter, which is a documentary. I haven't seen it. Argo, The Town, also directed Live by Night, which I haven't seen, and now what's it called? The Air movie. So it's only he only has like 5 movies. So for me, it's always I haven't seen Live by Night, so he's hit for me every single time.
See, like because I too I'm a big fan of Ben Affleck. In fact, Batfleck is the best Batman, and my second best Batman now because of Robert Pattinson. But
we'll get there because I have questions.
We will get to that shit.
We have 2 more movies coming up. Come on, he's gonna get better as it goes. Anyway, back to the point. Hold that thought. On the comment section, someone dumb said that Too Fast, Too Furious is better than Fast 5. You're stupid.
No mames way.
How's Too Fast, Too Furious better than Fast 5? You're no mames way. But that's your opinion.
And then taking away the fact that Ludacris and all these fools who were on Fast 5, they brought up the rappers back into the movies, and they put Bad Bunny in it. I didn't even know. But
And
Wait, what? In which
Bad
one?
Bunny's in that movie in Fast 5.
really?
What?
Yeah, and Roman Reigns. But yeah.
Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
I think you're tripping, bro.
Well, Roman is in one of them, but for sure Bad Bunny's in that one. But I know Roman is in one of them. I don't remember which one.
Roman Reigns is in the spin-off with The Rock and Jason Statham.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw, yeah, he's in that one. But Bad Bunny, he's in Fast Five for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Okay, now go back to your saying Ben Affleck.
I love him as a director. I just think I overhyped myself to when I saw Live by Night. I was just like, that was shit.
What is Live by Night though? ¿De qué se trata?
A gangster movie.
Oh, it's a gangster movie. Well,
yeah.
There's your answer. Is that he doesn't do gangster movie. Well, the last gangster movie he acted in was called Jiggly with J-Lo, and that's called probably the worst movie of all time.
So regarding yeah, so it was a gangster movie, like like those old gangster movies, and I was just like, well, they didn't do it for me. So
I haven't. I'll probably give it a try. I'll check it out. But I know that I didn't even know that movie existed. I'm not a big Ben Affleck guy. I was against him as Batman, and I still consider him the best Batman out of the Batmans. As a Batman, not a Bruce Wayne. Very different Batman.
Okay, pause right there. You just said you were against him at first, but now you're okay with it. Like he's the best Batman.
Yeah, he's the best Batman. Yes.
Okay, so I want to kind of
the best Batman. Espérate. Listen to what I'm saying. He's not the best Bruce Wayne, but he's the best Batman. Very different.
Because Bruce Wayne is like a player. He's that is his character. Batman is the vigilante. He's a completely different person. Okay, so I personally think the best visual looking Batman is Ben Affleck. Like that is the costume. That is the shit, in my opinion. The best Batman. I'm not talking about Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is his alter ego.
Yeah.
The best Batman, excuse me, is the dude from Twilight. I forget his name.
Edward Norton.
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, he's the best Batman because he's a detective. Personally, I loved the way he acted as a Batman. I liked that it was dark. I liked that it was, just a different style for me at least. And the best Bruce Wayne, I don't think I've seen the one with George Clooney.
You don't want to.
You don't want to? Okay, but I think the best one is what's his name? Christian Bale.
It's either gonna be Christian Bale or Michael Keaton, the original.
No, see, I haven't even seen the Michael Keaton one either.
Yeah, like for me, if I can get Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Ben Affleck's Batman, that's the Batman. Because Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton is like he's very quirky. He's funny. He's like a player, like Semira, pero he doesn't have that arrogance that Christian Bale has as a millionaire, and that's something that works for Christian Bale. Is like, oh, you can bring those two tables together, and they're like, I don't think you can do that. It's like, of course they can. I own this. Es algo que le faltó a Michael Keaton, like show off the money, because that's Bruce Wayne. He likes to show off that he has money, and nothing can stop him. And for Robert Pattinson, the Batman. Where he's like, oh, Bruno, soy un pinche joto, todo puto. Este cosa llama, like, no, bro, I'm sorry. Like, Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne, and he's a badass misogynist, a badass player, a badass todo, a millionaire. And for you to play him like that, nah, I'm sorry. Get out of here.
Oh, really quick, just from what I said earlier, I have seen the George Clooney one, and right now that I looked it up, I haven't seen the Keaton one.
Okay. You should check them out. They're pretty. They're a good one.
Watch it.
They're a better watch than the actual George Clooney ones. I can say that for sure.
See, the thing with Robert Pattinson is, like, you were watching a Batman that was, I believe, a year two Batman. So it's like you're gonna get again 2 more movies coming up, and you could only get better from what you got. Now, this first movie, we got a lot of Bruce Wayne, really. This second one, you might see more of Batman. Now, in my opinion, it can't get worse.
It's true. Look, I'm not talking smack on the Batman. I'm just talking about the Batman, like an actual character. Right. So the movie I liked it a lot. There's 2 things that I hated about it. It was Bruce Wayne and the way that Batman was portrayed. Because Batman is a fucking ninja. He's a ninja. Right. He's not let me take gunshots to the fucking trailer. No. He's a fucking ninja. He works in the shadows. So cuando él pelea así, cuando se sale como, that's why I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman because when he gets in that warehouse scene, como pelea, que he's in the warehouse, he starts fucking breaking people's arms and all that shit. That's the Batman. So I'm like, okay. The good thing is that he's a young Batman, so he can work on that. Maybe he still didn't go to the League of Shadows, so I'm like, he can work on that, so that's good. But Bruce Wayne, since he's a kid, he's a millionaire. He shows it off, and that's where people is like, oh, he's still a young Bruce Wayne. I'm like, it doesn't matter because Bruce Wayne was always like that. Like, you're not gonna change Bruce Wayne. The only thing you can change is Batman, the way he fights and the way that he's a detective. But I did love that aspect that he was a detective, and I straight up loved it. I was like, damn, that's something that all the Batman movies have missed, because even the Christian Bale movies were not great detectives. I didn't like his detective work. And Ben Affleck felt like a fucking spy, like putting like spy cameras, and I was like,
I like that, to be honest.
No, you liked it. I didn't because it took a while out of detective work. Like, for him to figure it out on his own is very different than to putting spy cameras and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for sure. I really love the costume. That's the best costume they've had, for sure. Is that Batman? I'd love to see that Batman more often, but with the Robert Pattinson character.
We're gonna.
I love that movie. This new Batman movie. I loved it so much. I bought the Funko Pops, right? I bought a whole set of the fucking Batman movie, and on top of that, I bought the $100 Lego set of the Batmobile.
Oof.
And I use it as a fucking table stand.
and get this fool was talking shit on the trailer. He was talking shit on the casting. He was talking shit on the car. He was talking shit on the whole fucking movie. And now for me to hear George say that that's the best Batman, I'm like, wow.
I was definitely. Oh, wait, hold on, pause. You're saying that I was talking shit about Robert?
Yes, you.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Yes. I remember I used to go out of my way to talk shit just to make you mad, because I truly was like, this fool's gonna fucking suck. But here's the thing. It's not him as an actor. It's the way the movie was filmed. And I will always bring that up. It's like, I loved the way the cinematography of that movie was.
Yes.
That it makes this movie a really fucking good ass movie.
It shows you what Gotham is. Like, that's what
exactly
it's showing you. It's showing you
what
Gotham
shows
is.
you the real Gotham.
Yes.
But I wish it was in that other suit, in a Ben Affleck suit.
No, well, I don't know if it would fit though. You think it would fit?
It 100% would fit, dude, because everything's so dark, so moody. And what I think about the Justice League, Batman with Ben Affleck, it's like, that movie isn't dark and moody, but his character is, as far as the suit goes. So we don't really get to see what that looks like in a dark and moody movie. So in this movie, it would make sense to me, in my opinion.
To be honest, you gotta watch I would say you gotta watch the Snyder Cut from the Justice League.
I did.
And you can tell right away that every time Ben Affleck or especially when Batman's on the scene, you can tell that the whole tone changes when he's on the scene.
Yeah.
When he's not on the scene, that's what it's something that I loved about the Snyder Cut, that he knows how to compare and contrast. Like, when it's Superman, it's more hopeful. When it's the Flash, it's more comedic. When it's Cyborg, it's more comedic. And then when it's the Batman, the tone gets like depressed. And I'm like that guy understood the characters. Too bad that like, sorry que su hija falleció, no, like, it sucked ass. Y como se llama, the way for her to go was really sad. Y como se llama, and that's what caused him to not go full with his vision. And now that freaking we're getting this stupid guy from the Guardians of the Galaxy be a helm of the whole universe, is gonna suck ass for anybody who's a fan of dark themes. And I'm not gonna look forward to it. Honestly, I'm not gonna look forward to it because I don't like. Honestly, I'm in the, ¿cómo se dice la palabra? When you're on the not lower scale, but I'm in the minority, where I believe that Guardians of the Galaxy are the most overhyped movies of like all time. And I am
agree.
in the minority.
I agree.
I don't know what William thinks about that, but shit.
I don't like of these movies coming up. I mean, what is it? Of these Marvel movies coming up, I'm like, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm just like, I don't care for it. Like, I really don't.
No, but what do you think about 1 and 2 when he was like the shit? The shit.
I mean,
I've only liked the one, to be honest.
I mean, well, if you're gonna rank the movies in order, then yeah, 1. But no, I don't like. I liked 1, but I didn't like 2 at all. And then 3, I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck for it.
So, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yo.
No, yeah, ladies first.
Ay. Este, ¿cómo se llama? Y you look at like James Gunn, he did a great job with Slither. I love Slither, la movie. And I think he took freedom to do whatever he wants, and he did it like a crazy, in a way, zombie movie, alien movie. It's just that Guardians of the Galaxy, what people like, oh, you gotta understand that no one knew them, and that's what's a great like that's what makes it a great movie. That no one knew them, and it was a big hit. I'm like, it was gonna be a big hit regardless. It's a fucking Marvel movie. What were you expecting? I'm like, Eternals was a hit, and it was a piece of shit. Fucking, even though I liked it, freaking what's it called? Not Ant-Man, the other one, the Shang-Chi. That was a hit, and I ain't know him. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
once you put that stamp of Marvel, it's gonna be a hit regardless. Regardless.
Yeah.
you're right. So the story and the visuals are hit for me. However, the visuals, I don't like them at all.
For
I think,
Guardians.
no, most Marvel movies.
Oh, most Marvel. Okay.
Yeah, because I think for me, like to compare it with Batman, I know they're completely different universes and everything, like completely everything. But think about Batman. When you're watching Batman, you feel when you're watching it, you feel like it's like the lens is getting dirty. Water is getting on the lens, and it just feels different. I know that's a darker, moodier movie, but in all, I want to say like 90% of the Marvel movies or even TV shows, everything is picture perfect, and I don't like that. I think that's the one thing that ruins it for me. Although, yes, they have a good story, and yes, they have they do have like Loki. They have great TV shows and movies, like I said, but it's just very hard for me to wrap around the fact that like everything is lighted perfectly. Even in the dark scenes, you can still see, their feet in the dark. Like it just ruins it for me.
It's like, I feel like if Winter Soldier had his own movie, you have to go like the Batman route. Like put him in a very dark theme, because I think Winter Soldier is meant for that, to be in a very dark theme, because he's in, like it's all lighted up and gloomy, and they don't let him be dark. I feel like Winter Soldier doesn't hit as much. Even if you watch.
The best way I can describe it is it like gives them a softer pillow.
Yeah,
it fluffs the movie up, and I don't like that.
Well, look at perfect example would be Multiverse of Madness, when you got Doctor Strange fighting against the other Doctor Strange. Like, it's supposed to be a dark scene, and then you still make it a funny scene.
It's a little gloomy and all. Even though I will not take this away from the movie, was pretty good. I actually did enjoy the movie.
I hated it.
You hated it. I love that they used a horror theme, like very different from all your MCU movies. Like those cameos were pretty good. I liked them. I like how they just like basically vete la verga, se mueren todos. I like that. I'm like, I respected that. I'm like, but it still felt like an MCU movie, and I'm like, can you guys just switch it up a little bit? And like,
that's what I'm talking about. Like that movie had potential to be. I'm not saying it's a scary movie, but in the scary parts with the zombies and Doctor Strange coming out of the that had potential to be like aggressive in your head and like think about like, holy shit, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like this is dark and moody and scary, but it wasn't that. It was more like a fluffed up. It's a scary scene, but it's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Like the reason why I didn't like that movie was, I mean, it's Doctor Strange's second movie, right? And he's not the main character. Like, how you gonna like? You got America Chavez. I'm just like, what? Like, no, like this is a Doctor Strange movie. I ain't come to pay to watch him be the sidekick. Like,
to be honest, I paid tickets to watch America Chavez, because I'm like, we don't get a lot of Latinos in Hollywood, and that was our only chance for another Mexican American to be. Well, in this case, she is Mexican, so for her to be in that role, I was really happy. And then when I was like, is she a pocha or is she a no sabo kid or like a actual Mexican American? Right. And when she's like, me dan unos huevos con algo, con chorizo, I think it was, y que dice, what? Le dice, ¿no sabes español? No mames, güey. And when she said that perfect, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I'm like, she's like us. She's Mexican American. Yeah. Pero los que sabemos bien español, not like my kids who are all chopped up and no saben hablar bien, like no sabo and shit.
Yeah.
So like, for me, I loved it. And I love that she was like the second main character or the main character. What I fucking hated was the Captain America Civil War. How's the movie gonna call Captain America and Tony Stark be the main character? People are like, no cierto. I'm like, let's look at the minutes. Iron Man is on screen. Iron Man / Tony Stark is on screen for 44 minutes, and overall, Captain America and Steve Rogers is on screen for 43 minutes overall. I'm like, so how is it possible that a movie called Captain America, and it's the third part called Civil War, Captain America, that Iron Man gets to have more footage than Captain America, even if it's just a minute, it's just a minute. What you guys should have done was Captain America Civil War, Iron Man Civil War, and then finish it off with the Avengers Civil War. And then that way we can get both perspective ends instead of just, oh, let's put Iron Man and all these heroes on this movie because Captain America doesn't get good ratings or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like. It's like they really, really tried to push Tony Stark as much as they could, the Iron Man, just to get. It felt more like views, ratings, and revenue.
Yep.
Than anything.
Te lo voy a poner así de simple. Two things actually. One, to me, till this day, I don't understand why they killed off Iron Man. It should have been Steven Rogers who did the snap. All is fucking through the Avengers 1, 2, and even 3rd and 4th. It's always been about him and the people. It's like, I'm not gonna leave no one. I'm not gonna leave him. I'm gonna save them all. Blah blah. And for Iron Man to take that throne, yes, Captain America gets a beautiful ending, a very beautiful con su girl que siempre querido. He finally got the girl, but that wasn't his ending. His ending should have been the snap, for me. And number two, look at every single character from the MCU. Everybody has something in common. They're all funny, and they all have a power. What separates everyone? Oh, that his power is different? Oh no, bro. Like, I'm sorry. That's why me and George, when we used to do our podcast like 4 years ago or 5, we said that Tom Holland could never be our Spider-Man because he doesn't create the suit that we all wanted him. Like, that's what Spider-Man is. And for Iron Man to basically like, oh, here you go. Here's a suit. It basically took away his balls, and neutered him. And now that Iron Man's dead and he created a suit, I was like, okay. I'm like, now I can kind of give you the Spider-Man role back to you or for you, because now you're actually creating your own suit, and it goes full circle in a way.
We still haven't seen him in a suit, obviously, because that's the next movie whenever that comes out. You know, now the one thing I will say about the Iron Man and the Steve Rogers shit, like, in my opinion, I was okay with it, because in my opinion, I cried not because of the fact that he died, but it was like he had a kid. I put myself in that perspective. I'm leaving a kid behind. You know, now Steve Rogers does it. Oh, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. You got nothing to lose. Like, you literally
got everything to lose.
What the fuck are you losing?
He never got the girl.
Exactly. You already lost her to begin with. You know?
Exactly. So it would have been a double
he went back in time and still spent time with her. So
sí, so no era. But you got to remember, George, that the snap happens after, before he travels back in time. So, like, Captain America's ending is him being with the girl. So he has a happy ending, but that shouldn't have never been his ending for me, because I'm like I said, Iron Man and Iron Man 1, Part 2, Part 3, Civil War, freaking on the Spider-Man movie, Avengers 1, Avengers 2, 3, and 4. He never cared for the people like Steve Rogers, for that Iron Man can sacrifice himself like that. No tiene, su story arc is not the same as Captain America, always going for the people, because he was always for the people, who the people, by the people. No mames, that's but that was for me. And like, for me, again, I was okay. I guess I'm like, well, you're gonna take the shine regardless. You're fucking Iron Man. The whole movie, the whole universe is based around you, which is kind of bullshit if you ask me. The world shouldn't. They concentrated too much on Iron Man that I was like, oh, what's next? Iron Man. So for me, I'm happy for the next phase because there's no more Iron Man. But the next phase has been sucking ass. So I'm like, that's it for me. No more MCU. I don't care what comes out. Namor was a shit. The villain from Thor Part 4 was fucking badass, except the movie was shit on top of shit, on top of more shit.
See, that's the thing about what I mean by fluffing it up. That movie, even though it was a shitty movie, but every single step of the way, even in the other world where the villain comes out, it just looks beautiful in every single perspective. And I fucking hate that about Marvel.
Pero I mean, you can't talk shit too much on the villain for Thor 4. Like
I'm not talking shit on the villain. I'm just talking shit on the way it was made. The villain should have been darker, moodier, grungier, but
You didn't get you didn't get that from him.
I did get that from him. However, I feel like I could have gotten it a lot better.
Okay.
Like you mean the cinematography or whatever.
What?
Yeah, I just like he was a great villain. He was definitely like sinister and evil, but it was just like a fluffed up evil. It was just too
So-
picture perfect.
It goes back to your making it a darker, as in like the color vibe of it, like the
Like it doesn't have to be a Batman movie like the most recent Batman where like, you know, grungy,
Yeah.
darker, moodier. It doesn't have to be that way, but it just has to be less perfect for it to be perfect, if that makes sense. Like
For me,
You know
it
what I
makes for me it makes sense.
See,
It's just
when it came down, like you guys mentioned the casting of Robert Pattinson. When it came down to that casting, I was okay with it, but at the same time, I had my doubts on it. I remember when I went to go watch it with my ex-girlfriend now, and literally I was talking like so much shit on Twilight afterwards, that because she was a big Twilight fan, that I was just like, well, I guess I have to say thanks to Twilight, because with Twilight I would have never had this masterpiece.
Mhm.
Like it just would have never happened. Now you're saying the suit on Batman, it could be better with the whole Ben Affleck suit being the number one. I was like, yes, like I agree, but again, in my opinion, I'm like, it was only year 2 of Batman. It was only year 2 of Batman, so his suits should be getting better as time progresses.
it's like the new Joker movie that's gonna come out. That is gonna be a musical. The Joker movie is gonna be a musical, Joker 2, and it's gonna be with Harley Quinn, and Lady Gaga is gonna be Harley Quinn. So I have my. I mean, I know that she won an Oscar, or I think at least she was nominated for that country music movie with Bradley Cooper. ¿Cómo se llama la movie? A Star Among Us, algo así. I forget what's it
Star
called.
was born.
Yeah, Star was born, something like that. Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but I saw her in ¿cómo se llama el show? American Horror Story Hotel, and she was alright. I mean, like no me anima. Like I don't want to go see a musical for the Joker. I know it's completely different, so maybe the tone for George he might like, because it's gonna be something different that is not the MCU. But I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be different. So we just gotta.
Is Joaquin Phoenix playing Joker?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a dead ass just sequel to the Joker.
It's a sequel, just a musical. So basically, it's gonna be in his head.
Different actress playing Harley Quinn.
Different actress. So haz de cuenta que todo the Snyderverse or the Snyder actors and all that,
Basically.
they're because of well, actually, technically, this Robert Pattinson Batman is another Batman. So call this like the Pattinson verse, right? And the Joker, call that the Phoenix verse. And then there's the Snyder verse, and then we're gonna get a James Gunn verse. But the James Gunn verse is the one that's gonna matter.
Because it's gonna be the new DCEU.
Yes, y es lo que me cae gordo. I'm like, okay, bro, if you were gonna do that from day one, then why the fuck would you make a Peacemaker show and show the Justice League if you're gonna reset the whole fucking shit? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
Like, so what you're trying to say, that John Cena's more important because he got his show just for you to reset the whole shit? And I didn't even get to watch Peacemaker. I just heard it was really, really good. The new Suicide Squad, I rated the same. I think they're both as good. They're both as bad. I don't think they're. Maybe James Gunn's version is better. I mean, me da igual. I think they were both good, and I think both were bad at their own.
The new one was with the giant star, huh?
Yeah, the giant star.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like
they're both good. Don't get me wrong. I don't see one better than the other. They're just
exactly. So it's like they're like people think, oh, it was much better. No, it wasn't. I'm like, again, I'm not a James Gunn guy. So for people when they come at me like that, I'm like, I'm sorry. It was like even Hector. He told me, he's like, why would you want to go watch a Patrick Star movie? I'm like, what's Suicide Squad? I'm like, that was a real villain. And once I actually got to see it, and I'm like, the only good thing for me that came out of that, Rick Flag was better. Harley Quinn was way more annoying and fucking annoying and more annoying. So she was shitty. Idris Elba never misses. That guy is good. Anything he touches is gold. And the Polka Dot Man. And John Cena was pretty good too. The Polka Dot Man, I loved him. I loved his powers. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking badass power. Too bad that he gets basically killed off. ¿Cómo se llama? And then the original Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn was not as annoying. Freaking El Diablo was cool, which was the Latino guy. Will Smith, he almost never misses. ¿Cómo se llama? Rick Flag was not as good. El Boomerang guy was okay. So it's like it's a give or take. So like for me, I gave both a 6.5 out of 10. I don't think they were that great. I thought they were decent para pasar el tiempo, you know. And they're definitely better than fucking Thor Love and Thunder for sure.
Oh yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure. ¿Cómo se llama? So with the James Gunn universe, we're gonna get a new Superman, who I think they're going for the new version of him, which is I think he's a transgender. So
No, he's just gay. No,
so
that's really what it is. He's just gay.
So he's gay. Okay. So the only thing I've always said about this, I'm like, I don't know if they're forcing James Gunn to do that, because you know how he talks smack on them. That's why he couldn't do Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because of his past Twitter account that he said something about gay people. So I don't know if they're making him do that movie for them. But when you're gonna cast the fucking chick from Umbrella Academy, which is Juno, you know, the chick who was pregnant, Juno.
Mm-hmm.
When you're gonna cast that as Superman,
Elliot Page.
Oh, now his name Elliot Page.
Yeah,
right? Because she was Ellen, right? So now she became a man.
So Elliot Page.
So or I don't, whatever he is or she is or what is they, whatever they are. She's gonna be, or he's gonna be the new Superman. Or at least that's what the rumors are. So you're telling me that I'm gonna prefer her or him?
Wait, Elliot Page is gonna be the new Superman?
That's what they're going for. Last time I heard, that was the rumors. So you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna like him over Henry Cavill, who actually worked out for the role, who has a fucking body, the chin, everything, the acting as Superman? Like, come on, I can't.
And
I'm sorry.
On top of that, he dropped The Witcher to go back to Superman.
So
for you to just, yeah.
That's, people think that it's not true. He dropped The Witcher because the directors and writers wanted to go a different route. They didn't even want to go tal los books, está el game, which are a little bit different, y los tal TV show. They wanted to do their own thing. So that's why The Witcher not The Witcher, Henry Cavill didn't like it. So he's doing season 3, and then season 4 is gonna be baby Thor. What's his name? Liam Hemsworth.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be the new Henry Cavill.
So let me put up a picture. I'm gonna put up a picture of a fan made Elliot Page as Superman, but I also put on this was on there because I wanted to bring up when we were on the topic of Robert Pattinson, of the movie Good Time, that I know you haven't watched. But I just wanted to bring that because I really think you should watch it. But then next to it is kind of like a fan made of Elliot Page as Superman. And honestly, I don't know if I can dig that because of I'm just used to the Superman that we have now with, Henry. Yes,
and it's kind of like it just Henry Cavill kind of made an impact on everyone that we kind of got a cool fucking Superman, someone who's legit. Even though Christopher Reeve is like one of the best ones out there, but there's a Brandon Routh in the middle, and then all the TV shows and all that. Henry Cavill really brought like us to like Superman again, and for them to just basically strip him out. What was the whole point of The Rock? Basically trying to help him out. Para que ultimately, nope, here you go, bye bye. And I was like, I had a perfect plan. I had a perfect plan for that movie. I was like, let's get Shazam. And we're gonna get Shazam, Black Adam. And I'm like, we're gonna get Shazam 2. I'm like, now make Shazam versus Black Adam, like a part 3, part 2. Make Black Adam win, and then you face Superman. I'm like, that would have been like the perfect trilogy for both movies. And now we're not even gonna get fucking Superman. And I think The Rock already left. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman left. Aquaman already left. And there were like, for instance, he's resetting the whole universe. What's the point of me watching Shazam 2 then? If they're gonna, I'm just gonna go watch it for a popcorn flick, and that's it, because we're not gonna get Shazam 3. So even if it's a continuation, what's the point? What's the point of go watching Aquaman 2 if there's no ending? What's the point of what other? No, I think that would be the last two of the Snyderverse and the Flash, who's gonna reboot the whole thing. So technically, it's only the Flash that matters, even though that fucking stupid actor decided to do all this stupid shit, and now we're not even gonna get him.
There's only one more coming out, but that's not even. I mean, it doesn't even matter if it comes out at this point.
Except none of those three movies, Shazam, Aquaman, and Flash, don't matter no more because they're gonna be rebooted. So what's the point of going and paying my money just for us to know that it's gonna get rebooted?
And here's the thing: is like you have to understand that there's a very, very, very small percentage of people who follow the universes.
Yes. Well,
And then
no,
there's
I think
like
it's bigger, no? It's
there's
like, I want
all
to say like
those.
40%.
You want to say 40%? Well,
I want to
there's
say 40%.
there's 60% of people who don't even know about these universes. They just watch the movies as they come out. So like, I mean, it's not going to make sense to anyone.
Yeah. So like cuando miras eso como in a way is the MCU does it a lot better than the DC universe, because the MCU actually does make it almost like a timeline where you can still watch the movie but by itself and then watch it as a sequel, while the DC in a way they do it all together. But if I know that there's not gonna be no more Jason Momoa as Aquaman, if I know there's not gonna be no more fucking what was that? I forgot his name for Shazam. In a way, what's the point of me? I'm like, just to go eat popcorn and watch a movie. That's the only way I can see it. But that means that we're just gonna get another new Shazam with another new actor, and who knows if it's gonna be as good? Because part one is fucking legit.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best movies out there. Like the story itself.
Which one? Part one of what?
For Shazam.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a good. Like that one hit your heart, bro. That one, like, oof, pa llorar.
Yeah. And one of the things is that the reason why Henry for me is my Superman is because that movie was so well made that it made it feel so real when it comes to the flying, when it comes to the fighting, when it comes to like the buildings and crashing. Like that was so legit to me that made an impact, like you were saying, to everybody, because he was not only the perfect Superman, visually handsome man, but like that's the Superman that we're all used to now.
Okay. And the only thing I would say that the Superman kind of had chafita was when he's fighting that alien monster construction thing going into the center of the earth. I'm like, they could have done it better. I'm like, if I have a gripe, just that. I'm like, other than that, everything else fucking felt cool. And I was like, damn. And just for us to never get a sequel for that Superman, I was like, it kind of sucks real bad. William, do me a favor, start looking. Oh, I don't think you can do it through your phone, huh? For a sports code, because you might have to leave, huh?
Okay, I'm still on.
No. Like you can't find a quote, huh? On your phone.
Oh yeah, I mean, hold on. You told me.
Yeah, you left. No, William, you left. We'll find the quote, William.
Nah, he's still there. He's still there.
Well, or find a quote quick, and then when you're back, we know that you're ready.
Yeah, because we're about to hit the
It's your time. It's your time to do the quote. That's why. So find a quote, try to memorize it, and then come back to us. But yes, Georgie, big weekend. Do you work this weekend? Taking photos?
Tomorrow I do. I work only for an hour, from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Oh, that means you might have time for the Volkanovski fight.
What time is that?
It's gonna be like 7.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. Yeah, I work 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Tomorrow, and that's it. Today I was off. Tomorrow I only work for an hour, and then Sunday I'm off all day.
On Portland? You're gonna work in Portland?
Simon.
What is it? A wedding? A 15? A baptism?
Nah, it's just a family photo shoot.
A family photo shoot?
Yeah.
Place?
What's up?
When you do photo shoots, it's in your home?
Nah, dude. I go on location, which I go to a park or I go to like the river or wherever
they tell you, basically.
Yeah, wherever they tell me, and then most of the time, like 90% of the time, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not really sure where," and I'm like, "Oh, it's cool. Here's this. I recommend this. Let's go here. 3 p.m. Let's go." Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it get annoying or no? You love it?
Dude, I fucking love it, bro. Like $450 in 1 hour. Why the fuck not?
And how much are you putting from your time or from your money out of those 450? Like, how much are you taking home?
$450.
So you already like, tu gas no incluye tu comida, tu rollo?
No, well, I don't need to eat. I mean, I just eat at home.
Okay. What about your
my gas there and back? It's like a 4-mile drive.
Okay. Well, what about don't you print out a pictures for them, or you still send the USB?
Nah, dude, everything's digital, bro.
So, but if they want to print out, they have to do it on their own time, or they tell you?
Let's go straight through my website, and they print directly through my website, and it delivers to their door.
Oh, okay. You charge them through your website or no?
Yeah. So $450, and it's a 1 hour photo shoot, and I give them a shit ton of pictures. They can use them, download them, do whatever they want with them, and then they can just print them through my website, depending on the price of what they get, and then it just gets delivered to their front door within 5-6 days.
And
Business days, I should say.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
Technically, William's not on screen. I don't know if he can hear us, but
I'm
we
pretty
can.
sure you
Actually, we can actually hear. We can hear his TV going on. Like,
Yeah.
stay quiet, and you'll hear the TV.
Yeah, we could hear him because he's technically not off of his phone. He's just in a different app.
Yeah, he changed windows basically.
Yeah.
Este cosa se llama. How often do you work like 1 hour jobs like that?
Right now, like 3-4 times a week.
3-4 times a week?
Yeah, but I mean it's slow season for me, so it's like I'm just chilling at home. That's why I have so many days off. I'm fucking bored here. But and then the summer though, like May, June, July, August, September, I fucking work every single weekend. Like all of my June is completely booked. July's booked. August is almost done.
And
September is getting there.
Is that like only Saturdays or like Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays?
For sure. When I say gones, I mean Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're gone. Weekdays, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 here and there. Sometimes in the summer last year, I did probably like 7 or 8 photo shoots in one day. So like I was driving around all day doing photo shoots, but like, I mean, it's great fucking money, like $450 times 7. Like how much money is that, you know?
Yeah. No. Closing thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, in the summer.
Closing thoughts, because George is going to work tomorrow. He works in the summer, so these Fridays lives are going to be a rarity. I only want to do them when there's like a big fight on UFC, if it's the NBA final, if it's soccer, if it's a boxing fight, it's going to be a rarity. Thank you for the people that joined. We had a good conversations. Hector was here. Armando was here. El Caballo. He said that he's going to go with the script 37-34. I said that it was going to be 24-21. William, I think, said 27-20 or 21? 24? 30? Okay. And then George said that he's going with a big number with the Chiefs and a low number for the Eagles.
Yeah.
I said Volkanovski. These guys win Islam. Okay. So I'm going to talk to George later on, saying that I want you to do a tally for us so that every time we do predictions, see who wins. And we'll make it a year-end bet of like $20, and whoever has the most wins at the end, we'll just put them out there. All right.
Yep.
So thank you for people for joining. Check out the fights tomorrow. Check out the game on Sunday. It should be fun. And fuck LeBron. George, closing thoughts?
Not closing thoughts. Just thanks for tuning in and listening to us talk shit.
William, closing thoughts, and then read the quote.
First off, that's not my TV, so I don't know who the fuck TV you got to listen to. It wasn't me.
Hey, I bet you.
All this time I've been picking up fucking background.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? What is that?
You can still hear us though, right?
I could hear you guys, but I was like, can you guys hear me? And you guys couldn't hear me.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I was like, all right, whatever, but I could hear you guys. And then you said that comment, I was like, I ain't got my TV on. Like this.
Honestly, all this time I thought it was you.
Right.
Well, closing thoughts before.
Besides that, no, yeah. I mean, I think maybe the next Friday show, in my opinion, I don't think there's something coming up except for in April. You're talking about WrestleMania. And you're talking about a whole bunch of predictions.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. And let me give a shout out to William. He actually
believes in wrestling. No, I'm kidding.
He said it was gonna be the Super Bowl. It was gonna be the fucking Bills and the Niners. He got that shit wrong, completely fucked up. And he did get Cody Rhodes on the Royal Rumble right. Our next one on Friday might be the UFC on March 3rd. Because that's gonna be John Jones versus Cage, whatever his name. I forgot. I'll Cyril Gage or some shit like that. But go ahead, continue, William. And then after that, again, we're gonna go again on March for the Benavides Caleb Plant. So watch highlights so that we can kind of get this shit down. I watch boxing, so I know I don't need to watch highlights. So go ahead with your ending thoughts, William.
No, that was it with my ending thoughts. I didn't have nothing else. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and read us the quote before the time ends.
All right. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing.
Eso chingado. And that's technically keep your cool, guys, because we basically says to shut up and let's do this shit.
Fuck yeah.
people. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a good night and a good day if you see it in the morning.
All right.
Peace out.